So after the conclusion of the NBA Finals, Adam Silver did say that he was going to announce the discipline for Ja Morant. It has now been revealed that Ja Morant has been suspended for 25 games. Uh, what I'm about to read now is a comment from Adam Silver announcing the decision. Ja Morant's decision to once again wield the firearm on social media is alarming and disconcerting given his similar conduct in March, for which he was already suspended 8 games. The potential for other young people to emulate Ja's conduct is particularly concerning. Under these circumstances, we believe a suspension of 25 games is appropriate and makes clear that engaging in reckless and irresponsible behavior with guns will not be tolerated. Ja is due to make around $33.5 million this season. He now stands to lose just over $300,000 per game during this suspension. That adds up to be about $7.5 million that he'll lose. So, yeah, and with that being announced, Ja released a statement. Ja's statement is this. You can find this through Woj on Twitter. It says, "I've had time to reflect, and I realize how much hurt I've caused. I want to apologize to the NBA, the Grizzlies, my teammates, and the city of Memphis, to Adam Silver, Zach Kleiman, and Robert Pera, who gave me the opportunity to be a professional athlete and have supported me. I'm sorry for the harm I've done. To the kids who look up to me, I'm sorry for failing you as a role model. I promise I'm going to be better. To all of my sponsors, I'm going to be a better representation of our brands. And to all of my fans, I'm going to make it up to you. I promise. I'm spending the off season and my suspension continuing to work on my own mental health and decision making. I'm also have to load this again." So he said, "It's a good statement compared to the other one we saw." So I'm also going to be trading so that I'm ready to go when I can be back on the court. I know my teammates are going to hold it down, and I'm so sorry I won't be there with you at the beginning of the season. I hope you'll give me the chance to prove to you over time I'm a better man than what I've been showing you. So that statement was definitely more genuine to me than the previous statement when it first came out. A lot of people claim that ChatGPT wrote that. It was funny. That was funny. And now, Ja Morant's camp reached out via David Meneman. No, not Dave. Tim and Man for ESPN. He normally covers the Dallas Mavericks and stuff like that. He's been working a long time. So anyway, Ja Morant's camp reportedly feels like the NBA and the media are out to get them. So he says this, "I have heard indirectly that Ja and people close to Ja, perhaps people formerly close to Ja, have this feeling that the NBA is out to get them, that the media is out to get them." So that's that. So that's a lot to react to. Yeah, so it's officially 25 games. Me personally, when I first heard that, I was surprised it was 25 games. I was thinking it would have been more. Honestly, I don't know. Did you get that feeling too? I thought it was gonna be more than 25.
I agree. I thought it was gonna be more.
But with it only being 25, he does lose eligibility on like All NBA and All Star and all those other accolades. Like he loses out on that, so that's tough. And like I reported earlier, like I read earlier, he's gonna stand to lose about $7.5 million. This has been controversial too. There are some conditions along with this too. The conditions haven't really been announced yet, as far as I can tell. But I'm wondering what those conditions are. I wonder if it includes like seeking therapy or counseling, maybe. I wonder if it includes something like that. Some people think it's weird that he's able to still practice with the team. And he's still allowed to be around the team facilities and stuff like that. And he can still practice. That has been a big debate Me personally, I can see both sides, but if the core of this is like mental stress, you should have people around you and more people around you to support you. So I support that. And about this camp, if whoever it is talking about, you feel like the NBA is out to get you or the media is out to get them. No, we not. No, we not, bro. Honestly, it's a blessing. It's only 25 games. First of all. Two, there's no one to blame but your camp. It was the camp, whoever, that recorded the dude on video in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of the camp that this is happening in the first place. That's thing number one. Number two, at this point, we need to see more accountability at this point. This is not something we want to hear. Especially after that great statement Ja put out. That's the last thing we want to hear. That's the last thing I want to hear right now. Talking about the media and NBA's out to get them. There may be some people with ill intentions maybe doing that. No one's perfect. There are some ill people out there, but for the most part, I feel like everyone's being fair for the most part. Like, it's justified for the most part. So that's my reaction to it. I was surprised it was 25. I hope Ja's a man of his word, because this is kind of basically like I don't want to say it, but it's kind of like a slap on the wrist a little bit. Because that's a bare minimum that he got. The bare minimum.
Yeah.
So that's my reaction to it. What are your thoughts on everything?
I'm with you on a lot of points, man. I think that Ja really I thought he was going to get like 35 to 40 games. It was talks of like, all right, there was a rumor that was going to be the whole season. Then it was just like, but I was like, all right, he's going to get at least 30, 35. You got 25. So I was like, oh, what I'm surprised about, I actually didn't know that he's going to be able to practice and be at the facility, be around the team still, which is...
Yeah, that's what was reported, man.
To me, when I think of a suspension from the team, from the organization, he won't have contact with anyone. But like you said, his if it's like a mental health crisis, mental stress type thing, yeah, I think he does need to be around people. That's not to say that his teammates can interact with him or visit him or anything like that. I kind of find it weird to be suspended, but you're like still getting to do everything except play in the game, still get the benefit of the facilities and everything else. But overall, I mean, I think in that case, it worked out for Ja, I guess. He's going to lose some money, obviously, which is, no one wants to do that. But it's kind of a lighter punishment than what I thought it was going to be. To the point of the camp making the...
To be clear, Ja... All right, so Ja just broke social media again. So, like, he with that report that came out, he retweeted someone with a big cap on. So, apparently, Ja is saying that whole report is cap. Okay. And if that is, cool, but my feelings are still the same. But I just want to make that clear that he literally just did that like not too long ago. As we're recording, so you can continue. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, well, good. Well, yeah, about his camp, like this man isn't getting targeted by the media. He literally had an issue with the guns in March, another one in May, like less than 2 months. The proof is in the live video that you're shooting. So if you think anybody's targeting, you yourself are targeting Ja. Because why would you? The whole thing could have been avoided, which is what's crazy. Because if he had a gun, we wouldn't have known unless you went to IG Live and then here's Ja with a gun. Let me put the phone down because Ja has a gun. Like, think, bro. All you had to do was not record it. And we wouldn't have known anything. Ja can carry around as many guns as he wants. There's nothing illegal about having a gun, if it's registered and all that. It's just the fact that you represent a global brand in the NBA who has certain clauses, certain things that they can't represent, that they don't want to damage their brand. And yeah, a global brand that also is, for the most part, a lot of children and a lot of people seeing it. So I don't think a gun waving it around is a good look for a global business at the end of the day. And that's how they looked at it. And yeah, we as black people know the damage of gun violence. So no one's targeting Ja outside of the camp that recorded the man with the gun, and then knowing he just got in trouble for this, got suspended. If anything, Ja, we've already, everyone said this. Ja has to watch who he is hanging around with and allowing to be around him, because your friends aren't you. And if anything, if I was Ja's friend and Ja's taking me to different cities and hanging out and all this, why would I go and do something to mess it up? Why would I record you doing something that I know you aren't supposed to, put it on social media where everyone can see it, where the NBA can also see it, and now I, the friend of Ja Morant, can't do anything because now I've messed up Ja Morant's whole thing here. Like, come on, man. But anyway, I hope that Ja does seek out the treatment that he needs, to take the time to understand his actions and come out better come out better because of it, and on top of it, comes back better basketball wise, mentally, as just a human being in general. I think he's gonna bounce back. I hope he does. I hope he's learned and moves differently and watches who he, does activities with.